Olsen, and welcome to Inside SoCal. Here in Chatsworth, this small business is making a big impact by championing a certain insect. We're here to see what the buzz is all about. Oh my gosh, you can see them at work.
Yes, you can. She's doing what we call a little waggle dance. That is part of how they communicate. Fun fact, they don't have ears.
Bees are spectacular creatures.
They're unbelievable. They really, really are.
The Valley Hive in Chatsworth was founded by Keith Roberts and Danny Finkelstein to share their passion for the honeybee and educate those on their vital importance to our world.
Most people, they look at a honeybee and it's nothing more than a flying harpoon. By the time you leave the Valley Hive, you're going to know that the bees are responsible for 30% of everything we eat. Our way of life, our agriculture is dependent on the honeybee, and they're essential to our well-being. If you're taking the beekeeping experience, what you're going to do is that you're going to come over here, you're going to get a history lesson, we're going to talk about the basics of the hives, we're going to talk about the tools. Then we get you suited up, we work the bees, we harvest honey, and you see us extract it, and you get a sample of that honey on your way out.
Education has also been found to help dispel fear.
We had Simone Biles herself come over to get over her fear of bees, because when she was in Beijing and she was on the podium, she was holding some flowers, bees came and she jumped off the podium and she said, you know what, I got to get over this. And she came over here to actually work bees with us. So this is called a Langstroth hive. And so this Langstroth hive was invented by Lorenzo Langstroth in 1850s. And what he found out is that the bees, no matter where they are, whether they're in a cavity of a tree or they're hanging from a branch, they're going to build comb within 3/8 of an inch of another piece of comb. So
Every time?
Every time. And this changed beekeeping forever.
I think that's a key component too, because when you're taking honey for your own use, you have to remember that you have to leave things behind because that's what they're eating.
Yes, and so that's actually a very common misconception, is that beekeepers steal their honey, and we don't. What we do is that we want to encourage the bees to overproduce more honey than they ever need.
And with that excess comes lip balm, candles, and all types of honey.
Welcome to our shop, our little shop here at the Valley Hive. We have some beautiful array of honeys. Our most popular by far is our wildflower honey.
Talk about the ladies in the hive, because I think it's interesting to know what the female bees are doing.
Well, the females are doing everything. The bees that have any worth in the hive, really, the bees that are actually go out and they get the nectar, they come back with pollen, they feed the queen, they produce the wax, they build the comb, they raise the brood, they have the stingers, all of them are female.
In addition to education, they also offer a concierge service.
If you want a hive in your backyard, we can help you set it up and we can give you as much service and training as you want.
I think that's so interesting. So it's like a concierge bee service.
Indeed.
And why would somebody want to have that in their backyard, say?
Well, so number one, pollination. So if you have a really beautiful garden and you want to make it even more productive, get a hive. If your bees produce honey for you, there is not going to be a single place on the planet that has honey like yours. It'll be unique to your yard.
I love that.
Erica, honey tasting is kind of like wine, so I'm gonna take you on a honey flight.
I love this.
It's the flowers, it's the soil, it's the rain or no rain. All of those things factor into the flavor of the honey. I'm gonna start you with our softest honey. This is sage. My tea drinkers love this one.
Oh, it's so good.
It is extremely healthy. It's considered a superfood.
Why is that? What does it do?
It's going to give you sustained energy, and it's loaded with all different types of vitamins and flavonoids and antioxidants, especially if you get raw, local honey that hasn't been heated and hasn't been filtered. I adore the bees because they actually remind me of what we as a community should be doing with each other. A single bee will produce less than 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in her entire life. This hive can produce 40 pounds of honey in a week during the nectar flow, working together, 60,000 bees strong. And they do this only by working together. We're here for each other, and the bees know that.
We're better together. I love that. We hope you have a beautiful Sunday. For Inside SoCal, I'm Erica Olsen. We'll see you next week.
Inside SoCal is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel.